Alright, hey guys, how's it going? Got another Destiny 2 armor set review for you all today. This one's going to be on the Meridian Constellation set for Warlocks, and you can earn this from the premium season pass for Season of the Lost, so it's the one that you have to buy. And this is the ornamented set, and you start earning those around rank 50 or so. You'll start to unlock the pieces one by one. Just a few things to go over really quickly. The default shader on it is Amrita's Dream, so you can see here if I apply it or unapply it, nothing changes. And it's similar to something like the Legatus set, how Testudo is the default shader on them. So you can see nothing changes like on or off. And I don't know if that's a thing they've always been doing, but I've been starting to notice it more recently with like the newer pieces. So we'll go off just looking at each piece one by one. Let's just start from the top. So helmet. I know when I was earning this, I was worried about this crystal here in the front, but luckily it does change, and you're able to do a lot of cool looks with it, because the crystal, you can make it look like this, like a really deep like green with like some pearlescent effects to it. You can make it like a crystal, like a metallic looking, almost like a metal visor. There's just a lot of cool looks like what you can do with this. It's really versatile. You can get a lot of neat looks like this carbon blood. I think this is one of my favorites to do with it. Looks like black army inspired, but a lot more like ancient looking. Only kind of gripe I have with this is this back fin is a bit weird. As you can see, yeah, this is a good shader to show it. This whole like back fin looks like it's attached just by this strap here, because this is like strapping attached to like this band here. But then these aren't straps, because that's this metal plate that goes over the top. So it just looks like haphazardly attached. It just looks a bit odd. Like if you tugged like here, like the piece would move a bit, like it's just attached by these few bands. It's a really minor thing, but it does look kind of weird from the back. You're like, whoa, what the heck? And I think that's solely just because of this, like the band here, the straps. Next is the gloves. Gloves are really simple. They look like a few of the blue gloves, actually, like these normal ones. And that's due mainly to like this piece here on the back of the hand. But the wrapping here, like this bandaging on the forearm, is really nice. I like the look of it, and there's a few shaders that really make it pop. Something like Cinderchar, which I'll probably just do a video on, even though it's not available anymore. It adds this really cool pattern to a lot of cloths, this like lattice 3D effect. It just makes them really pop, and it's like really eye-catching, especially in like first person, because you get to see it up close. But yeah, so it takes like the textures of shaders, like the cloth texturing, which is nice. So you can get this like almost like linen look. The default, which is like a leatherish type, have it like shiny like this, and then it will take the patterns in it as well from like Grand Luster. They're nice. They're really nice and simple, and they fit well with stuff like this, like the Virtuous chest piece, how it has clothing here. Anything that's like a cloth elbow, it like almost matches perfectly with like Siege Break. It like fits right in. Now onto the chest piece. Obviously the whole set is Queensguard inspired. You got their insignia right here on the hip. and that part is glowing, and fortunately it does shade depending on the glow, or it glows depending on the shade. So everyone can throw on Gabbit Jadestone and make it really shine. You can put Testudo on it and then you'll take the glow off entirely, or I know there's a few shaders that do this, but you can do something like Headless Hues, which just removes it entirely and also removes the patterning on the skirt. Got this pattern here and then this like insignia, and all that gets removed with that. This chest piece is similar to the Lightkin robes, and obviously because it's just the amount of fur on it. I really like the fur look. The Lightkin looks something like out of Game of Thrones or Skyrim with the Nords, and this is a lot more of like a regal fur. Like it looks like a pelt almost, or like those fancy like boas people would wear. It's really regal and royal, obviously because it's Queen Mara's, and she has something that looks almost identical to this chest piece. It's just really nicely detailed. It has these, I don't know exactly what these are, these like canisters, but you got a bunch of pouches too, and it all shades really well. You get a lot of neat looks out of it. The boots are really simple, but I think they're really clean. There's really clean boots themselves. The legs are nice. You've got some standout. Let me change this real quick. Got some really standout, I think, knee pads, and this holster there, I think, stand out really nicely. Yeah, it almost looks like stone, like, because you can see there's like nicks in it and scratches, like on the boots here. But I think these stand out pretty nicely. It gives it like some character, which a lot of the boots lack. A lot of the boots just look really plain for the most part. And I think these have a bit of life to them, which is nice. Moving on to the bond. The bond is also something like the chest, or the head. I was worried where the crystal won't shade. It does. And this constellation that rotates inside the bond will change with the shader. So you can do like Testudo and it just looks like a starry night. Just give the constellation a lot of different colors. It does take the shader kind of like not what you'd think. Like Vanguard Marshal, there's a lot of orange, you're like, okay. But it makes the housing of the constellation orange and not the actual constellation. So you might have to pick a different shader than you'd think to get the color that you want. But it's still a really nice bond. That's just kind of a weird thing that you'll have to mess around with and see what matches like the desired look that you want. But yeah, so overall set, obviously Queen's Guard inspired, but it's really nice. I like it. It's really clean, really like royal, regal, something that like I feel like Callus would wear almost. And I mean, it works well with this shader, you know. It's a really good looking set, so definitely like try to unlock it if you haven't. I mean, you have plenty of time. Witch Queen is until February, so I feel like you'll see a lot of people running around with this set just because of how many people are going to have it unlocked due to how long the season is. And yeah, I'm going to be working on Hunters. I should have that within the next few days, and then we'll do Titan after that. Alright, you guys have a good one. Take it easy.